First memory of football is not being good enough. And it's sort of like not making teams and wanting to be good enough and just living and breathing it. Before I was old enough to come to the Vale, Liverpool were winning everything.
Right.
And I really didn't like Liverpool because they were winning everything.
Right.
And I love them now. I've got a real soft spot for them. But there was two teams to choose between, and it was like Manchester United or Tottenham. And I went for Manchester United.
Right.
So there's like the Whiteside era and Brian Robson and Jasper Olsen and Gordon Strachan and Bailey, etc., etc., etc. So they were sort of like my go-to team. And then I was old enough to leave the house by myself and come to here. It cost 50p to get in.
50p?
And that was when Port Vale became my team. I suppose was Brian Robson or Norman Whiteside, Glenn Hoddle. Yeah, those sort of guys.
Brian Robson was double hard, wasn't he? He
I
used to
did-
get into those tackles.
Yeah, but I did soccer aid with him, right?
Yeah.
And he was on the management side. And you know, before the game, when you go, "Come on, lads," and you do that.
Yeah, yeah.
I did my best one of them. And then all of a sudden, from the back of the dressing room came this guttural, primeval, "Roar, lads!" It was like Game of Thrones. And in that moment, I felt why he was so incredible and what the spirit of that man is. In that one moment, I was like, oh, it's because you're a real man. You're a real man.
Yeah.
Not like this pansy.
So he completely outdid you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I
you-
wasn't in a competition with him.
Yeah, but you were a bit annoyed. Like, he's just absolutely pulled my pants down there.
No, yeah, well, no, because like when you know you've been beaten by that much, you're kind of like, yeah, you can have it.
Hands up.
Yeah. Well, I coveted what was it? Was it Puma King?
Yeah.
I coveted them, but they were 80 quid when 80 quid might as well have been 800 quid.
Really, yeah.
So I had a pair of high-techs.
High-techs.
Yeah, because they were
Yeah,
cheap.
And they look a bit like Puma as well. The black and white. With
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I did was, because like the studs obviously fell out,
Right.
I replaced them with screws.
Gee.
I know. I'm not thinking. So I know, yeah. So I had these football boots that I played a whole season in for like the lads and dads youth team that had 6 screws on each foot, and they were my studs.
You could do some serious damage with a 2-footer.
Now I know, but back then it was just like, well, I need to, don't I? So I'm going to have to. I can't afford them, so here we go. There wasn't many of them. I started off up front.
Yeah.
That quickly went out the window. Then I was on the left wing. That went out the window. And then I just went to left back. And when you were left back in the 80s, you didn't go past the line.
No.
So there was not many opportunities.
A lot of the wing backs now getting up and.
Yeah, there was not many opportunities to actually score. They scored a great header once in a proper league game. In one game, I did manage, because the ball fell to me, and everybody knew that I couldn't do what I was about to attempt. And they were like, "No, not from there, not from there."
Don't do
Bang!
it.
Top bins. And it was like one of them, "Carlton, what are you doing up there, Carl? Good goal, Carlton." Once in your life.
How did you celebrate, or were you just shocked like that?
I did the it happens every game sort of nonchalance. Yeah.
Standard
And
Williams.
then jog back to position.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's what I did. But inside I was going,
and the crowd just like that.
yeah, oh,
Was that Williams?
yeah.
That was Williams.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah. All of them. Or it's only just like subsided. But I could meet somebody that like plays the reserves at Rochdale and be like,
Serious?
yeah. Like for the longest time, like, you're doing it, aren't you? Yeah. Have you met? So it's kind of, I've done those charity games for the longest time, and it never stops. I've been on the pitch with Zidane.
I know.
I've been on the pitch with Maradona.
Mate, talk to me about that.
Well, I'll tell you one story about Maradona. I was doing this gig up a mountain, and when I got to this cable car, my security said, Maradona's here to see you. And I was like, I'm in Austria. And I'm like, why don't I get out?
In Austria?
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I have a picture taken with Maradona, and it's just like, wow. And he can't speak English, and I can't speak Argentinian, so we're just sort of like, you know, really impressed by the fact that we're each other. And then we get on the cable car, and I'm with my dad, and I'm like, my life, ooh, head blown. And then, so I do the gig, and then I come home, and I'm sort of like looking through the sports pages, and there's a picture of Maradona at Chelsea with no beard. It was a impersonator.
Serious?
It was an impersonator, yeah. I got very excited about meeting an impersonator of Maradona. In all fairness, though, he did look the spit of him.